At 80 years old, Pattie Boyd, the iconic model and muse of the 1960s, is opening up about the darker truths of her marriage to legendary musician Eric Clapton. Once seen as the embodiment of a rock and roll fairy tale, their relationship was far more complex, filled with passion, betrayal, and heartbreak. Today, her candid revelations are giving fans a clearer look at the woman who inspired some of music's greatest love songs. Born Patricia and Boyd in 1944, Pattie's journey was anything but ordinary. Growing up in Kenya and later England, her childhood was marked by constant change. By the early 1960s, she moved to London to chase independence, and fate stepped in. While working as a shampoo girl, she was spotted by a photographer's assistant, launching her modeling career. With her wide eyes, long hair, and free-spirited beauty, Pattie quickly became one of the most recognizable faces of the swinging 60s, gracing the covers of Vogue, Elle, and Vanity Fair. Her life shifted forever in 1964 when she met George Harrison on the set of A Hard Day's Night. The two fell quickly in love, marrying in 1966 at the height of Beatlemania. Their romance inspired Harrison's timeless classics like Something and For You Blue. But life as a Beatles wife wasn't easy. Harrison's deep dive into Eastern spirituality and his infamous affairs, including one with Ringo Starr's wife, left Pattie isolated and heartbroken. By 1974, their marriage had unraveled. Amid the turmoil, Eric Clapton entered the picture. Secretly obsessed with Pattie, he poured his longing into the iconic song Layla. His pursuit was relentless, even confessing to George that he was in love with Pattie. Eventually, after her divorce from Harrison, Pattie gave in, and she and Clapton married in 1979. Even George himself attended, jokingly calling himself their husband-in-law. But this second marriage was no fairy tale either. Clapton's battles with addiction, infidelities, and fathering children outside their marriage shattered Pattie's hopes of building a family with him. The couple endured failed IVF treatments, deep emotional pain, and betrayal. By 1989, their marriage ended, leaving Pattie to pick up the pieces of her identity after years of being defined as George's wife or Eric's wife. In time, she found healing through photography and writing. Her 2007 memoir, Wonderful Tonight, George Harrison, Eric Clapton, and Me became a bestseller, finally allowing her to tell her story in her own words. Pattie Boyd is remembered not just as a muse, but as a cultural icon who helped shape the fashion and music of the 1960s, and as a woman who endured some of the most legendary but turbulent romances in rock history. So what do you think about Pattie Boyd's revelations about her life with Eric Clapton? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a moment of Hollywood's most unforgettable stories. Only here on StarLoop News.